Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Astro Show. My name is Meg Moonbeam, and I hope you're all doing very, very well. Today is Friday, August 9th, and I'm going to be sharing the daily astrology horoscope for today and going into this weekend, as we always do on Fridays. And before I get into it, just want to mention, as always, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Meg Moonbeam YouTube and Rumble channels, as well as the Beyond Mystic YouTube and Rumble channels. And if you'd like a personal astrology reading with me, those are available at consultations.beyondmystic.net. And I'm now, as of yesterday, fully booked until 2025. So if you'd like to book in with me for the beginning of 2025, you can do that at the link at the description box of this video. I can't talk with this Mercury retrograde at the moment, so you guys are going to have to forgive me. Also want to mention that I just hosted this Astrology of Abundance workshop on the Beyond Mystic Academy this past Sunday. So the replay is available if you still would like to watch it for those who couldn't attend live. And it's $33 USD, and it's 4.5 hours long, where I do a deep dive on the most important financial astrology transits, I can't talk, and 12 sign abundance readings for each of the 12 signs. So you can go check that out at the link in the description box below as well. So how's everybody doing? Her Miller 13 says, I'm very excited about the show with Astrid. The first one was wonderful. Yes, in just under 2 hours, I will be going live with my astrology soul sister Astrid here on the Beyond Mystic YouTube and Rumble channels for another episode of Astro Deep Dive, where we're going to talk about the astrology of summer 2024 part 2. So come and join us on the Beyond Mystic YouTube or Rumble channels at 2:30 p.m. Eastern. Cool. Excited that you guys are looking forward to it. So yeah, how is everybody feeling out there? I'm having a very funky time with this retrograde for sure. So for those of you who maybe haven't heard yet, we're in what we like to call in the astrology community a retrograde city, because at the moment we've got 5 heavenly bodies retrograde, including Pluto, Neptune, Saturn, the asteroid Chiron, and the planet Mercury. So Mercury has been retrograde now for almost a week. He went retrograde last Sunday, and we've now got Mercury at 3 degrees of Virgo. So he's moving backwards. He started his retrograde at 4 degrees. Now he's at 3, and he's going to go all the way back to Leo, 21 degrees. So I know if you listen to my content here, you've heard me say a lot lately, see where you have Virgo 4 degrees to Leo 21 degrees in your chart, because this can be an area of life where there can be some things coming up for you to review, reflect on. It is an alignment for you to review and reflect on whatever area you have Virgo and Leo in your chart. And there can also be some things coming up from the past, if you will, that we haven't fully dealt with yet, that still needs to be processed. So that can be coming up for sure as a theme during these times that we're in, all the way until August 28th. So as we go into this weekend, we don't have any exact aspects going on this weekend. We do have the moon in Libra today, Friday, and going into Saturday. And later on Saturday, Eastern time, the moon is going to ingress into Scorpio. So by the time Sunday comes along, the moon is in Scorpio. And, with that moon in Libra, it's a really good weekend to be, focusing on our values and commitments, our committed relationships. So with Mercury retrograde at the same time with that moon in Libra, and we've also got the South Node in Libra, there can be some endings or loss. South Node can have to do with loss, having to do with committed relationships in love or with work. So focusing on, who do you have around you and why do you have them around you, are the people, with this South Node in Libra that we've been having for the past year, and we're going to be having until January 2025, It's inviting us to let go of relationships that don't serve us anymore, that might be karmic. The South Node can have a lot to do with karma. So today and going into this weekend, with us being in a retrograde city, with the moon in Libra and the South Node in Libra, it can be really highlighted possible karmic relationships that are for our highest good to release. We can also be having relationships that maybe we weren't taking seriously being illuminated to us that can actually be very positive to commit to at this time. We do have Mars getting closer to Jupiter. Mars and Jupiter are in conjunction this weekend. They will be within a 2-degree orb. So right now we got that Mars 13 degrees, Jupiter 15 degrees. And by Sunday, Mars will be at 14 degrees, Jupiter 16 degrees of Gemini. And later next week, they're going to make an exact conjunction. So with Mars and Jupiter getting really close in Gemini in conjunction, and it's within a 2-degree orb right now, and will be exact next week. Gemini is also an air sign like Libra, Moon in Libra, Mars and Jupiter in Gemini, another air sign, really highlighting our relationships. Okay. What relationships are we putting energy to? And I know I keep saying this over and over again. What relationships are we putting energy to, and do they serve us in the long term? Are we receiving the same amount that other people are receiving around us? Is it in alignment? Is it not in alignment? We can see with that Mars-Jupiter conjunction, really important news, because Gemini has to do with news and information being revealed this weekend, as we also go into next week, regarding journalism, regarding children, schools, the facts, the true facts of life. So I think there's going to be some very interesting and important common sense facts, if you will, coming forward this weekend and also next week. And there might be something very interesting being revealed to the public on Sunday, with us having that moon in Scorpio. So, our shadow side, the shadow side of life being revealed, very intense placement for the new moon, with Mars, the dispositor of the moon, because it's the traditional ruler of Scorpio, in conjunction to Jupiter. So something very intense information-wise can be revealed to us as a collective. I would say closer to Sunday or going into Monday, also with that moon in Scorpio. But I want to share again, and I said this a little bit yesterday, the importance of Leo season that we are in right now is all about embracing fun, playfulness, creativity, the enjoyment of life. And even when times can be very intense and even feel like we're in a crisis or a collective dark night of the soul, which I think we are in, we can still have fun through that. We can still play through that. And I think that's important to keep in mind as we go into this weekend. So before I finish up, I'm going to pull some cards for us for the weekend with the current astrological transits that we have. What is our divine guidance for our highest good from the universe? I'm pulling from the Astro cards and my Healing Waters deck. Okay, as usual, the cards are in alignment with the astrology. Never ceases to amaze me. Wow. Okay, so we've got from the Healing Waters deck, Isle of Avalon, healing, returning to wholeness, transformation. So that's a very magical card. As we go into this weekend, there can be, I love that saying, returning to wholeness, transformation, tuning into the ancient Isle of Avalon, which is the heart chakra of the world, which has a lot to do with our own self-love, self-care, relationships. In the astro cards, we got Juno, the asteroid Juno partnership card, and the opposition card. So are you experiencing any confrontation in your relationships with that moon in Libra and the South Node in Libra at the moment? And is there something to release in a relationship. Maybe it's not the relationship itself. Maybe it's a belief or an implant in the relationship, a pattern that's been in the relationship. So if you're finding relationships are intense at the moment, it's because we got that South Node in Libra, okay? And it's coming into those really end critical degrees before it moves into Virgo this January. So focusing on our partnerships, our close people, our inner circle. And this is a weekend where there's healing that can be done with those close people. And we've also got the fifth house card, which is the Leo ruled areas of life, the fifth house, passion, creativity, romance, fun, and play. So remembering to have fun and play as we go through this process of this collective healing, this collective dark night of the soul, if you will. So yeah, pretty clear in the cards, and it's affirmed with the astrology. So before I finish up, you guys, just want to remind you again that Astrid and I will be live in just under 2 hours at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time for another episode of Astro Deep Dive. And this one is going to be all about the astrology of summer 2024. Part 2, we're going to talk about the rest of the upcoming astrology of this summertime that we are in. So be sure to check that out. Also, check out May Levy's Chakra Healing course over on the Beyond Mystic Academy. That is currently 50% off. You can use code CHAKRA50, all in one word, to get 50% off until August 15th. Hi, Jill. Nice to see you. Hello to you and Steve. Miss you guys a lot. And sending lots of love and light to all of you out there, no matter where you are, no matter who you are. Love you all so much. Wishing you an absolutely magical weekend, and see you on Sunday for the Beyond Astro weekly forecast. Love you guys. Have a good weekend. Mwah.